Okay, hello everybody. Today's date is August 24th, 2021. My name is Leslie Williams. This is my second attempt at making this video. The perpetrators just literally shut down a video that I was trying to make. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and make it again. Let's see if that same thing occurs. I'm at Vaughn's grocery store in San Diego, California. Now, I want you to pay attention in this video. After I make this video, I'm going to... Alright, hold on a second. After I make this video, I'm going to immediately upload it and then paste my current blog's URL link. Let's see if the contents of that disappears. And a YouTube playlist in the description, along with another YouTube video. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dive right into the subject matter of this particular video. Let's see if a bunch of noise gets propped up around me at any time when I'm making this video. Any type of noise. Okay, so what first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something here that you need to see. And what you want to do is anything that I show you, you want to take a snap screenshot of. Any part of this audio file I'm going to be playing in this video, you should also tape record as well. So when you go back and watch the video, you'll have what's on the audio more anchored in your mind if you tape the audio and play it when you're not watching the video. So you can kind of have that information anchored in your mind. So what you want to do is you want to take a snap screenshot of this and then zoom in on it. This is in my blog as well. Now, this is a pictorial attachment that used to be inside of www.unitedtargetedindividualseurope.com. Individuals of that playlist, of that website is with an S, individuals. Again, www.unitedtargetedindividualseurope.com. They also have a good YouTube video on YouTube. So what you want to do is go to YouTube search box and type in United Targeted Individuals Europe Extended Version. Okay. Now, this pictorial attachment used to be on their website. It is no longer there, but the text of it is. It's just got different attachments on it now. But you can find this attachment by going to YouTube and typing in Gangstalking biomedical implantation, and you'll eventually find it as well. Now, so take a snap screenshot of that, and what you want to pay attention to when you take a snap screenshot of it and then zoom it in and or print it out is you're going to notice that where the ear implants are, it talks about trigger words. And then down here it says gang stalking is directly connected to the trigger words, and when the trigger words are processed through the ear implant to the BCI implant, the BCI then, which is read write data, meaning that they're reading data from the brain and writing data to it, they program the computer BCI implant, BCI interface, brain to computer interface. They're programming the computer to execute a function when that computer does a speech, to text translation from the ear implant that's in the victim. That's what the trigger words are about. They prop up people along the victim's route to have them repeat an identical word, phrase, or statement. Whatever the ear implant processes gets sent to the brain implant. The brain-to-computer interface that the perpetrators are using are interfacing with the brain implant. Now, whenever the victim hears the trigger word, phrase, or statement, it gets processed through the brain implant to the audio cortex. It then gets sent to the computer on their end. It translates it from speech to text, and then when the computer is programmed to execute a function back to the victim whenever that text is read out on their end. And you'll notice that the trigger words are connected to gang stalking. So you want to take a look at this, and you should also notate spinal column implants as well. So you want to take, I'm going to hold this clear, I'm going to hold this still so you can take a good snap screenshot of it and then zoom in on it, baby cakes. Now you understand why this is relevant in a second. Now what you want to do is you want to take a look at this. This is some photos taken from a live Periscope broadcast that I made on June 3rd, 2020 at the University Town Center Mall, which is located less than 1/8 of a mile away from where I'm at right now. These photos come from a live Periscope broadcast made at the University Town Center Mall bathroom, and these are photos from that Periscope live broadcast. That Periscope's URL link is incorporated within the blogs. In the blog that's going to be attached, its URL link will be attached in the description of this YouTube video. You also want to notate as well the YouTube link that is right above these photos that you're seeing, because this is a printout of a tweet that these pictures were attached into. Bring that YouTube video up by copying down its URL link, typing it in at your URL address bar. Okay, bring the video up and listen to it, and that is one video of many dedicated to that playlist, Techno Crime Fighters, through Stop 007's YouTube channel. and that discusses these R&M eye lens implants remote neural monitoring. What they are biofilm light crystal ocular eye lens implants discovered in my eyes in this live Periscope broadcast on June 3rd, 2020, and in many subsequent videos made since then. In fact, they were just caught yesterday or the day before, again as well. Now, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you all this stuff goes together. Here's another snap screenshot of another video that captured them partially. Okay, as a result. Now, the reason why these eye lens implants became outwardly transparently visible is because of the eye fluid bubbles and water bubbles that formed on the surface of the eyes as a direct result of the brain and face being heated up with electromagnetic weapons. As a result, these eye fluid sacs and water bubble sacs formed on my eyes, on the surface of them, pushing the back part of the biofilm light crystal ocular eye lens implants out, making them transparently visible. These implants allow them to send images and video streams to the back side of them. Whatever is sent to them is then processed through the retina to the optical nerve to the visual cortex, forcing the victim to see whatever is sent to them in the visual cortex of the victim. And so you should research visual cortex manipulation and Gangstalking remote neural monitoring. That's a fucking movie. Here's another, this is a printout of it, and so you should be, when you take a snap screenshot of that repeatedly, you should be able to see the eye fluid sacs and water sacs on the surface of the eyes. Absolutely, make sure you bring that video up. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play you a segment of a YouTube video in about 1 second here. First I'm going to do is bring you to a YouTube playlist, because in that pictorial attachment I just showed you a second ago, that used to be on UnitedTargetIndividuals.com's website. Remember, it talked about trigger words and how they were connected to the ear implants. So what you want to do in 1 second here, let me bring up this playlist. So when you want to take a special notation about that, and the reason why I'm telling you to take a special notation about that is because when you go to Google and you research extensively at Google Gangstalking, sensitization method, repeating words and phrases and repeating identical words and phrases, that's trigger words. That's connected to the sensitization technique of Gangstalking, and an additional term that refers to it as well is called anchoring, where they will sensitize a victim to a word, phrase, or short statement, including threats, and then the victim becomes sensitized to it. As a result, it becomes anchored in the victim's mind to this crime because of how often the victim is forced to hear it. And then whenever the victim hears the word or phrase or short statement, the victim then has a mental response and an emotional response, and that's connected to brain entrainment. So what you want to do is you want to bring this YouTube playlist up. This is one playlist of at least 40, and you want to, when you bring it up, you want to hold on 1 second. When you bring it up, you want to read what's in the description. Then you want to sit in a quiet room with good headphones on, and when you bring each video up, what you want to listen for is people repeating gangstalk, suck dick, oh my god in the background, multiple people singing each word, yet each word is said back to back. Remember what I said about trigger words pertaining to the pictorial attachment. The trigger words is what activates the implants pertaining to the information that is disclosed in the pictorial attachment I showed you. You should also know that pictorial attachment is pasted in my blog, and it's very big, so you can kind of get an immediate bird's eye view of it. I mean, I've caught this shit everywhere. Social Security, Social Services, San Diego prosecutors and public defenders. On 8,700 audio files has been caught. Absolutely, baby cakes. So remember, that's what you want to be listening for in the background, and in the background of the evidence videos dedicated to that playlist, and there's hundreds of them in there. Absolutely, sweethearts. You should also pay attention to all published dates of videos, because if I make a video on June 3rd, 2013, and say that they propped up some homeless men to camp out 100 feet away from me at a wooded area because this crime made me homeless, if I make a video on June 3rd, 2013 and state that those homeless people are constantly yelling gangstalk, oh my god, and suck dick, and then publish it on June 4th, 2013, and then catch the San Diego prosecutors and public defenders doing it inside the courthouse 2.5 years later, I think anybody with 2 brain cells would be able to deduce that I was telling the truth in the first place concerning the homeless men. And remember what that pictorial attachment says. Trigger words are processed through the ear implant and then sent to the BCI implant, the brain implant. It then, whatever the brain implant processes get sent to the perpetrators. It then programs the computer to execute a command back to the victim. And that command can be anything like voice to skull, where the victim can be harassed based on what the victim is hearing through the sound props that is propped up around the victim and anything else. And you should also know that those islands implants are also used for visual entrainment, torture, electronic synthetic dreams, and everything pertaining to what is reported on the internet concerning why they are used. Doctors, scientists, and researchers have exposed those types of islands implants being non-consensually put in gang-stalking victims, as well as thousands of educated victims who are part of the number of tens of thousands of victims who are online exposing this crime generally and specifically. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is play you the audio, a part of the audio of a YouTube video that I'm also going to link in the description of this YouTube video once it gets published. Let's see if it doesn't. Let's see if this video gets shut down before I say thank you and have a good day. So this is part of the audio of one of the YouTube videos that I'm going to link in the description of this video as soon as it gets uploaded, which I will do as soon as I complete it. Okay, so I want you to listen to everything you're about ready to hear, okay, and listen to it well. So hold on one second.